Hey guys, Megan here with Barn Besties. I am in Southern California. Sorry, Steph. I hear it's super cold there, but I am coming back soon, so I get to enjoy it with you. But I am here with Jonelle Ramsay Equine Select, and we're on our third video, and we're going to talk about how did you get to present day.
Yeah.
And your business is located in Galloway Downs.
Yep.
It is a show facility, multi-use. So
Yes.
everyone comes here. It is very busy, lots of traffic.
Yep.
So how did you came to be here?
So I think I mentioned it a little bit in the last video. I was wanting to move a little closer to home, and I found a super cute private facility that I was going to go to, but it hadn't been occupied in a few years. And so there was some things that needed to be done, and they didn't have the footing that I wanted, but it was all adjustments. It was all going to be, something that was going to be doable.
Yep.
And I had given my 30-day notice where I was, and, was kind of moving towards that date of moving out. And I went to go do a walkthrough at the property I was going to move to, and nothing had been done. So I did not feel comfortable moving there, and started racking my brain on where I was going to go. So Robert Kellerhouse, who runs Galway Downs, is awesome. He's great. I called him up. It was pouring rain. I had like a week to move. Which I'm sure, that was the date we had. Yeah. That I had in my mind that I was going to leave, but it was no pressure from anywhere to really leave. But I came down to Galway to meet Robert, and I told him, like, I need something probably 3 months, 90 days. I'll be able to find a place in Orange County and go from there. He was wonderful. I mean, he opened up the doors, told me where he was going to go. He got the barn all cleaned up. It had been a while since I had done a dry stall setup where you're really
now. What does that
self-contained? So, I call it dry stall, but leasing the barn. So this is not a boarding facility.
Okay.
You have to obtain at least 10 stalls.
Okay.
And you are provided the space and.
So this barn is only your barn?
Yes.
So when I come for a horse show, I'll never get a stall in this barn?
No.
Okay.
No. And so you're provided the space, and then, obviously they set you up with an arena and that sort of thing. But everything is done on your own. Like, you have to have, if you're a jumping trainer, you have to have your own jumps. Okay. You have to have all your own guys to, take care of the horses. There's no boarding. You have to order your own feed, shavings, everything.
And you're in charge of that. And then
yes.
Go back to, you have your own arena. So obviously there's many arenas here at this facility. So you get a certain arena.
Yeah.
Or do you get to use all of them?
We really can. I mean, all the trainers get along and everything, but you're assigned an arena essentially.
Cool.
When there's not an event taking place where that arena is being used.
What happens when that goes down?
You move. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I got a big flatbed trailer that holds all my jumps, and
really?
Yeah, you go in, pick up all your jumps, and move.
Yeah.
So it doesn't happen all that often, to be honest.
But this is so great because you get to see so much.
Yeah.
Like the dressage people come, honor jumper, show jumper.
Yeah, there's
soccer.
Yep, we have soccer. There's dog shows. There's
really?
Yeah, you come across a lot of cool people. It's really fun. There's all breed shows. They do Peruvian Paso shows. I mean, there's a lot of different things that happen here,
and then this is your place.
Yeah.
And then vice versa. They have to stay out when you're here.
Yeah,
correct?
yeah.
Okay.
It's our own barn, and so that moving to Galway and having to take care of all those things, it had been a while. It'd been years. I had been doing boarding for the last
and
8
training
years
out of a boarding facility.
Mm-hmm.
So they're managing, but you're able to walk in, train, and leave. And
right.
now basically you're an owner, except you're leasing leasing the facility, not owning it.
Right.
So yeah.
Yeah.
So that's awesome.
Yeah, I was a little fearful of that in the beginning of coming to Galway. Robert was really great at helping me set up. It was staff that I was,
Yes, it's hard in the management part. So you're managing people.
Yeah,
now.
Managing people, and I really liked the idea of really knowing like how much my horses were eating and really being in control of like having different hays and doing all that. So that was really cool. And obviously being in control of how much bedding they have and that sort of thing. So,
and is it easy here because, and I say easy, right? Because there are feed stores, right? Like, how do you get your feed? Like, you get to the feed store, or is there a feed store here that just provides to the showground?
You can buy. Galway does have feed and shavings that you can purchase. I outsource that stuff. I buy from a local grower and have built great relationships with people that I buy my supplies from. So I that part of it is really fun too, because you meet a lot of cool people and you get people in your corner, and people that I can, if there's a couple of bales of hay that I don't like or whatever, like I can call up Sean and tell him like, hey, can we switch these out? Or if I'm like, oh my gosh, I have like 2 more days of Timothy left, and I can call him up. Yeah, exactly. I can call him up and he's so great. I just have really good people in my corner.
You've developed that over the years. I as well, because I can text most of my vets. They give me their private number, but I only message them when I actually need them.
Yep.
And then same thing with the feed store. I'm just like, and he's like, oh, do you need more? Or he'll message me.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful, beautiful relationship. So remember that, guys. It's about knowing a lot of people and creating your own community and network, which is what we're trying to do here at Barn Besties.
Yeah.
And so in your business, though, how did you evolve from just you to now you have a partner?
I do. Yeah. So I still pinch myself that Susie Hutchison is my business partner, but that was a really cool thing. So when I came down this direction, I'd taken some lessons from her in the past, but when I came down to Galway, I had a horse that I was having a lot of trouble with, and so I started hauling over to her place and taking lessons more regularly.
So she was not here. She was somewhere else.
Yeah, she was at CRC, which is a place just around the corner from here, and she'd been there for years. And so I was hauling up there and taking lessons, and she was great. I was pretty intimidated, in the beginning, because
now tell our viewers who may not know who Susie is. Who is this woman?
Google her. No, she is show jumping royalty, basically. I mean, she's in the Jumper Hall of Fame and in the Hunter Hall of Fame as a rider, and she is just gold. I mean, she's had so much success in our industry. She on multiple horses. I mean, just really has a great way of training horses and developing them into something wonderful where they're super successful in the ring. So she's if you don't know who she is, definitely look her up, because she's wonderful, and she's got a lot of history behind her. But yeah, so started riding, taking lessons from her, and she was helping with this horse, and we do have a full set of horse shows here at Galway through the year that are put on by Ollie Nilfarushin. And so being here, obviously that's super easy to get to those shows. So Susie was already bringing horses over here to show, so then she's helping me in the show ring and whatever, and so we just developed a relationship. And as she started to wanting to get away more to do clinics and helping professionals more so, she was kind of tapering down her clientele, and she had asked me at one point if I wanted to move over to her place and move my business over there. So that, like, I had to contemplate that for a while because I'm going, holy crap. Like, Jonelle, are you serious?
Are you serious?
Is this really happening? And like, are you not going to do this?
Yeah.
You know? And I couldn't, coming full circle, like here I was going to be at Galway for this. So I moved here in December of 2019.
Okay.
And it was going to be a 90-day project, you know?
Yeah.
And I was going to leave. Well, within the first week, I knew I'm never leaving this place. It is awesome. It is just so great. There's so many different places to train the horses out of the arena.
Right. And there's a cross-country course.
There's cross-country course.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
Until
Wasn't it
the
cool
other
to
day.
see your
Yes.
horse out there?
Yeah, I was like, oh my God, I thought this was just the arenas down below, and I'm like, it's still going.
Yeah, 240 acres.
Still
property.
going. That's
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
So you're never leaving.
So I mean, within the first week, I was like, I'm sold. I think I'm staying here. Like,
Yeah.
I don't care. I'll make the drive. So, so yeah, when Susie kind of, you know, brought up that idea, I had to tell her after thinking about it, I'm like, I want to make something with us work partnership wise, certainly. I said, but I can't move. I have to stay at Galway. There's so much traffic here, and it's so crucial for my business of selling horses, just making relationships with different people and getting the horses showcased in a way that doesn't happen at a different facility. So that was, you know, that was a hard conversation to have. I mean, she understood completely, but I'm like, I cannot believe that
You turned her down. Slap.
So yeah, that was rough. But you know what? Shortly after, we ended up being able to make it work to where she decided to move over to Galway, and our partnership's really cool. We still, you know, have kind of two separate businesses. I mean, she is her, you know, she is a clinician, and she does a lot of haul-in lessons and helping professionals at horse shows and that sort of thing. So she's on the move a lot. Yeah. But she is so crucial to my business, and the way that our partnership kind of developed is just great. I mean, she's really open-minded about the horses. She's got a lot of tools and tricks of the trade and knowledge that comes behind her in training horses of all levels. Yeah. From, you know, a horse that's 30 days under saddle to something that's been showing the Grand Prix. So her knowledge base is huge, and I am a sponge to that stuff. I mean, I will always have my mind open to learning something new, and so, or figuring out, you know, the puzzle of the horses. So she is a super, super fantastic addition to my business and to our barn.
And how do you make it work? Like, because I've always been told as a business owner never to have a partner. And so do you guys just click? Like, did you sit down and say, this is our working relationship? Do you have conflicts? No specifics, but just like, and how do you work through conflicts? Because we all have conflicts.
Yeah, for sure. You know, to be honest, we really haven't had it here. We've been together 5 years now, and really haven't had too many conflicts. But I think we're really similar in our training styles, and that we're super early risers. I mean, we enjoy being at the barn early and getting stuff done. So I think we really jive that way. And I think having a partner is great, because you guys, like, when she's off and doing things, like,
you're there.
She knows that the barn's taken care of, and
vice
you know,
versa.
Vice versa. So I think it works out really well. I wouldn't have it any other way. But as far as like we just jive. We have very similar mindset, and but also at the same time, I think our differences really help each other too.
I find the same. Stephanie is my first partner, I think, ever, really. And that's my bestie, my barn bestie, right? And I'm like, oh my God, this is so much fun. You know, like what she's great at, I suck at. And what I'm good at, she's like, I don't want to do that, you know, kind of thing. And I love it. I'm like, oh, yay. And we kind of feed off of each other.
Yeah.
And then, you know, we haven't had any like sad times or down times, but I'm sure we'll like, come on, keep going, girl.
Yep, exactly.
And we've been friends for a long time, so that's fun. And so you still sell horses?
Yeah.
Do you teach lessons?
No.
Not at all?
No.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I love that. And then what other questions should I ask you? Tell me more, or anything that you would love to share about your current day business. Like, who should come to you? Like, who would you love to work with?
As far as
a client?
Yeah.
Everyone, you're just like
that
with the horses. I love it.
Yeah, we get horses from all over the country, and obviously we do some importing and stuff like that as well. But yeah, I mean, I have all different types of horses in the barn. That again, they're jumping horses, but they all different price ranges, all different ages, all different experiences. So you know, I'm really open to
I love it.
to you know, anything. But
and do you compete?
I do.
Do you like to compete?
Yeah.
Yes.
I enjoy the day-to-day training of the horses the most. But I do compete. I have a couple of my own horses. And then obviously the sale horses compete, and so we're taking those to the shows. We don't Susie has a show schedule that she follows with the other professionals that she helps. And so we tag along to a few of those shows too. But we do the full circuit here at Galway. And that's a great opportunity to get horses sold.
Oh, it's huge.
Yeah.
I mean, I think of my horse shows, or even just, I have to travel to California to get exposure, to increase, you know, increase my eye, improve my horses, because my coach is out here. Yeah. So obviously there's virtual lessons, but I mean, what a great opportunity to be here.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
How can they reach you?
Phone. I mean, I'm like a big, like, pick up the phone and call people.
I'm terrible. I'm all about the text.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, like, I text too, but I love talking to people on the phone, because then I really get to know, you know, whether it's someone calling to send their horse to me or someone calling to find a horse. I love having that conversation, because then I really get to know either, you know, more information about your horse that you're going to send, or really know what you're looking for and see if I have that. But I think, like, one thing that has been so crucial to my business is I have a marketing company that handles all of my social media and my website and keeps everything up to date. Yeah. Because that's a job on its own.
It is.
You know, and going back to having time away from the barn, you know, when you get home in the evening, like, you don't want to be going on social media and trying to do so many things. So, they handle all of that for me, and then amazing. I could just be in touch with the client. You know, they have all my contact information, and so then I can just be making those phone calls in the evening or whatever. Right. Yeah.
And then, what is a downfall in selling horses? Like, what is hard that you found through the years to sell horses? Like, when you get a horse in, like, does the owner always tell you the information about the horse? Or, I don't know, what else? Do you have any problems selling horses? Like,
yeah, I think there's, you know, always a kind of a lull in certain times of the year when sales are on the rise, or, you know, but to be honest, I think that's kind of leveled out since COVID. it really doesn't have too many pitfalls through the year. But yeah, I mean, I think time, you know, there's
never enough time.
Yeah, there's never enough time. But you know, I think just managing, you know, making sure that like I'm following up with the people who come and try the horses, and
yeah, do you have people that come and try the horse and never call you back?
Certainly. I mean, that's gonna happen, I think, no matter what. But
don't you think they should like say, hey, not interested? Like, you're not offended if, let's say I came to try 3 horses, you've spent quite a substantial amount of time, and then I just never call you back. Like, wouldn't it be nice to be like, hey, just say no, I'm not interested, or I'm looking at someone else? Like, it doesn't offend you, right? Right? Okay.
No, totally. Like, I think that's the courteous thing to do. Yep. But, you know, it, like,
you got a great attitude.
Everything. Hey, you just deal with whatever. But
I love it.
But yeah, I mean, just making sure that, you know, I guess the thing that probably I try to stay on top of the most is making sure that if I didn't have a horse at the time that worked out for that client, that I keep them in the back of my mind, and making sure that if I have something that comes through, or if I think of something else, that I get in contact with them. And that's just, you know, trying to help people stay in our business and enjoy horses as much as I do. Yeah. You know?
We need that.
Yeah, certainly. I mean, you hate to see people have a bad experience and walk away. Yeah. These animals are so special, and I want everyone to experience that type of relationship, whatever it is, with a horse. They're just so cool. I mean, that's why we're here, right?
That is exactly why we're here. And on that note, I think we'll end on that note, because that's beautiful. Thank you so much for listening. Hit the like button, make some comments, share, and please subscribe. And if you're looking for a horse, call Jonelle.
Yeah, I'll give you all my contact info.
I love it. Thank you.